My name is Travis. If you're watching this video, it's because you want to learn the basics of business. These are my top 10 lessons to effectively my 16-year-old self. Now, why should you listen to me? Well, 6 months ago, I was dead broke. A year and a half ago, I dropped out of university, I had a breakup, and I decided that I'm going to go all in on entrepreneurship and business and making it work because I had this feeling that I could, this unbelievable ambition and confidence and delusion that I can make it happen if I went all in. And as of today, with 6 days left of the month, I've hit my first 10k month. Now, this is effectively a video to my 16-year-old self who was hungry, ambitious, and wanting to go all in and be an entrepreneur, but had no idea how. Okay, and now if you're older than 16, this video is still for you. You haven't hit your first 10k month yet. I want to help you go from 0 to 10k with as raw lessons that I have learned without beating around the bush. It's the honest fucking source that I can give you from someone who has gone through an insane amount of stress this year to make this happen. I'm more grateful than you ever know, but it has been a stressful journey. And if I could learn what I'm about to show you when I was 16, even before I went on this endeavor, and this can help you at any point in your life that you're at right now. And amazing that I've done my job, and hopefully this helps. If you're making 20k a month right now, then maybe this can't help you. Maybe I can learn from you. But I'm at the point right now where I'm making 10k a month. As crazy as that sounds, this is my opportunity to teach you. I've dreamt about making this video my whole life. The 10 things I've learned in business this year, in entrepreneurship, to get to where I am. 6 months ago, I was dead broke. And now, I'm having my first 10k a month. Be delusional. You have to believe this before anyone else does. You have to believe that you can do it, that it's possible, that you are going to achieve this goal. Because if you don't, then no one else will. And the hard truth of all of this is people are going to doubt you. The people who love you the most, the people closest to you, are going to doubt that you can do this. Because you are setting out to do something very difficult. You're setting out to do what most people in their life haven't done. Making 10k a month. It's a hard endeavor. It's 1%. 4 billion people live on $3 a day. To make 10k a month, you are in the 1%. So you are going to have doubters, but you have to believe. Aim for 50k a month, 100k a month. Aim for the stars, so if you land on the moon, amazing. But you have to have this attitude of win or learn. Win or learn, because you're going to have every error, every fail, every mistake, every lesson, everything thrown at you. But this belief is going to keep you going, because it's possible. Crazier things have happened. You've got 10-year-olds making 10k a month these days, so why can't you do it? And you have to believe that you can do it. That's step one to all of this, that you can do this. Believe it. Don't half-ass it. You're all in or you're out. It has to become who you are. But you have to be grateful in the losses too. And there are going to be so many. It's this attitude of win or learn. I'm grateful that I lost this business. I'm grateful this person screwed me over. I'm grateful that it happened now. Because what happens if it happened a year from now, 10 years from now, God forbid 30 years from now? I'm grateful. Remember, you are enjoying this process because it's who you're becoming. It is not about making 10k a month. It's about becoming the man, the version of yourself who can make 10k a month. But it starts with the mindset, this win or learn. People can ask you why you're working so hard, and it's this attitude of if you saw where I was going, you'd be running too. Be delusional. Take massive, imperfect action. Too many people are waiting for the perfect time, or waiting for perfect things to align, and it never will. Finally, I can go on. No, there's never going to be a perfect time. The unfortunate truth is far less talented people who just started are being rewarded. They're being rewarded because they just did it. You have the brains, you have the willpower, you have all of the things. People with far less brains, resources, and fucking limbs have started and are being rewarded. But you're sitting here waiting for the perfect time. Just start. The truth is, in pursuit of you doing this task, you're going to learn the skills required to do it. You have to. But you have to be a beginner, you have to start over, you have to suck at something new to go through the paces to become a professional, for you to succeed in it. Okay? But you just have to start. And then you have to do so much volume that it would be unreasonable for you to succeed. You may not have the brains, but you definitely can put the hard work in. Okay? You have to do so much volume that it would be unreasonable for you to succeed in this. Take unrelenting action. Don't half-ass this. Go all in. Do it, because you are up against people who are all in. Put your back up against the wall. Nothing gets done like a deadline. There's trying to make something happen, and there's having no other choice but to make it fucking happen. That's the truth of the matter. I was at university, and I have 30 days to do an essay. It doesn't get done for 29 days, and finally on day when it has to get done, shit gets done. Put a deadline on your success. The fact of the matter is humans do their best work when they are under pressure, and they have to make it work, when they have to get resourceful, when they have no other choice. I used to have a friend, right, who would break his phone all the time. All the time. He was a very lazy person. But by the next day, he has a new phone. He didn't buy it. He got so resourceful because he had to, and his back was against the wall, that he would call every person in his phone, but not with his phone, obviously, because it was broken, but with his friend's phone or something, and get someone's old iPhone. Because he had to. Because the cost of not being on social media and having phone and things were so great that he did everything it took to get a phone. I'll give you an example. When I went all in on entrepreneurship, on a business, I got my dream home here in Thailand that I could not afford. But I signed the first 3 months and I had no other choice but to make it work. Otherwise, that house was not getting paid for. I'm getting, and the real consequences of not being successful start to kick in. So you're going to do everything it takes, absolutely everything it takes. That same pressure is not there unless you put it there. You can't have that. You can't know what that feels like. You can't know why I'm so grateful for my success now because I went through the other end of stress. And you can't just fake that. You can't mentally build that. That's real. You have to put a consequence in the line, put everything into it. It's why you see so many successful people go, I was down to my last $5. I put everything I had into it. It's because something happens when you have to get resourceful. And you have to change your environment. You have to change your environment. That's the first thing. You are a product of your environment. If you're not successful, it's probably because you are around people who are not successful in an environment that is against you. When I came to Thailand, things changed. Everyone's making more money than me. Everyone's healthier than me, in better shape than me. You feel a bit shit for a while, but that becomes a new standard. Getting resourceful, putting yourself in the environment for success, putting it back against the wall, where you have no choice but to put ego aside and ask questions. Do not reinvent the wheel. Do not reinvent the wheel. Starbucks. Think of Starbucks. There are billions, worth absolute billion. It is water and coffee beans, and it's been done for thousands of years. Stop trying to be too original early. Take what works. Find someone who is already doing what you want to do and copy them. Put your ego aside and say to them, hey, I want to do what you're doing. How do you do it? Copy. There are people who are doing what you are doing. You just have to ask. Copy first and innovate later. Do not try and reinvent the wheel. Do not think that you are smarter than everyone else trying to do it. You just have to take what is working. It's that simple. Learn the business structure. Now, I am no expert in business. I'm hitting my first day, 10K. Grateful, I'm loving it, but there are people out there making 20, 30, 40, 150. To them, this is nothing. Business, as with anything, as with language and things, you are just getting better. So this is my experience of business. You have three main pillars. You have marketing, you have sales, and you have fulfillment. So now there are other things. It's manufacturing, streamlining, automations, customer service, blah. But the three main pillars, marketing, sales, and fulfillment. If you can learn all those, then you will never go broke. Whether that's learning it because you work for a company, whether that's mastering. I had a marketing agency with my best mate. We went all in and we had a successful business, but it was so much effort. I learned the pillars of marketing. Rory Sutherland. Go and watch every Rory Sutherland thing you've ever seen on YouTube. He is incredible. He will give you the basics of human psychology and marketing and putting yourself out there going against the grain. You need to have something, a service, a product that is marketed to the world, right? You can do that. The second aspect is sales. You have to sell this product. You have to take money and transaction for said service, okay? And then you fulfill. There are other things and processes, but if you learn those three things, and how that works, you can then either do that yourself, you can do that for other people, or you can teach. But that is the structure of business. It's never going to change. You need to know those pillars. Market like your life depends on it, right? Because you can have the best products in the world, but if no one knows who you are, they're never going to buy it. Sales is asking questions to make people realize that their life is not going the way it could be, making them realize where they could be. Now, how would that feel? How would that be? By buying our product, and then you've got to deliver on that product. Pick one of those aspects, because that is every business. Do it better than anyone else. Sales is the thing that's allowed me to get to 10K a month. I'm very passionate about sales, but I love marketing. I love the insight, the human behavior, the psychology. But realistically, everything boils down to those three main pillars: marketing, sales, and fulfillment. You, whether it's your own business or someone else's, are going to be in some aspect of this. It creates everything. So learn all of them. I now have marketing experience because why? Because I run a marketing agency. I know how important it is. I am now high ticket sales, making 10K a month doing sales. Very passionate about it. It's the thing that's allowed me to get this far. And I know the importance of it. Whether you are the salesman, or you have a salesman, or you are selling yourself all day, every day to other people, it is very important. Then obviously you have to have a product that delivers, you have to know how to deliver it, you have to do the service. But that is business. That is my experience of it thus far. Knowing it and understanding it is crucial. Health is wealth. And we all know this. But my approach on this is slightly different. I'm not saying you need a 10-pack. By no means you have to be ripped or anything like that. But health and fitness is a signal, because being fit shows that you're disciplined and you can control yourself. Now, if you are overweight, I'm sorry if this offends you, but I have a judgment about you, right? Why would I go into business with you? How can I trust that you're going to show up for me when you can't even show up for yourself? Now, we are concerned as people going from 0 to 10K about surrounding ourselves with the millionaires, not the billionaires. Millionaires are typically in shape. They are savvy, they are fit, they are putting themselves through vigorous, difficult things. You find these people in paddle, in fitness, in tennis, in sports, in gyms, in saunas, recovery, spas, health cafes. Being in Thailand, everyone is in shape, right? Everyone is an entrepreneur, a digital nomad. Being in Thailand, I meet the most valuable conversations that I've had that led to me having the position that I have in sales is from meeting people at the spa, meeting people at the gym, playing paddle with people, meeting people at health cafes. People who value their health and their energy in being and showing up for themselves in the best way possible. Those are the people you want to hang around with. And obviously you want to be in shape too. If I am in shape, it says a lot about me. It says I'm disciplined, I can show up for myself. It means that I have the values and put myself through difficult things to be healthy. I want to think clear, I want to move clear, I want to be capable in every aspect. It says a lot about you. But we're looking to learn from people further ahead, slightly further ahead on the journey than we are. Millionaires. It takes one conversation to change your life. I'm proof of that. Your network is your net worth. It takes one conversation to change your life. Just one. And the aspect of that is you have to personal brand the shit out of yourself. Everyone you meet, you have to introduce yourself and who you are and why you're important and sell yourself. I'm not saying be arrogant or cocky, but let people know who you are and what you're doing. If you have a business in X, Y, and Z, share it. Hey, I'm Travis. I'm the marketing expert. I'm the sales guy. I'm this, that, and that. Because all of a sudden you become familiar. Be kind, obviously, and help yourself, but health is wealth for so many different reasons. Vague goals equals vague results. We want to step away from the vague, the dream, the one day, the when I grow up, and we want to turn it into a goal. If it's 10K a month, awesome. We then need to break that down into a plan and then take that plan to actionable steps, into a routine. What do I need to do and show up each and every day to make this happen? What skills do I have to learn? What processes, what habits do I have to develop? What things do I need to do first in the morning? It's a Tony Robbins analogy. It's, if I asked you on your way to work this morning, on your way to wherever you went last night for dinner, how many red cars did you see? I have no idea. And if I said to you, well, tomorrow when you drive to work, count every red car. And then I come along and I ask you, and you say, well, I saw 12 cars. It's the same with opportunities, it's the same with goals, it's the same with being so particular on what you're looking for, what you are, what is the thing that you need. It is looking out for it. How can you know the opportunities? How can you know the plan? How can you know the goals if you don't know what you're looking for? So you've got to be really specific. You have to break this large goal down into actionable steps and one by one build this momentum, this snowball effect. And this red car analogy is simply, so powerful because there are opportunities that you're missing because you have this large goal that seems so unattainable. But if you break it into actionable steps, you will see the red cars. You will see the things, the nuances, the things that you need to get you there because you know what you're looking for. Now, as you go, you're going to need to review, adapt, and improve. The goalposts are going to change slightly. The plan is always going to develop more lessons learned. There are things you don't know. You need to review, adapt, and keep going. The plan's going to change. You just need to have the same structure in place. Goals evolve as you level up. The smarter you become, the more skills, you will know how to streamline. But it's taking everything and taking the luck out of it. And just actionable steps. Now, here comes the hard part. Eliminate the distractions. As we mentioned, we are all in, 100%. 99% of people, they sit down, they build a plan, this is it, it's 3 a.m. now, but I'm waking up at 6, I'm going to do things like that. And they forget. And then the next month, they get, it's the people who are always getting in shape. Because they never do it. It's always going through the diet. It's always this. You need to be reminded daily of who you are and where you're going. Whether that's post-it notes on the wall, the fridge, your phone, your lock screen, your bedding, your posters, your conversations, your everything. You have to remind yourself. You have to keep showing up. You're not playing the week. Most people overestimate what they can do in a week and underestimate what they can do in a year. You are playing the long game, my friend. You have to be consistent. You have to keep showing up. You have to, and I mean you absolutely have to, remind yourself every single day where you're going, who you are, and why this is important. For me, I sat down and I wrote a why. I wrote something that I read every single morning that really erupted these emotions inside of me. And you have to, you really have to write something down that provokes this. Not, I will get in shape because I'm overweight. No, I'm going to make 10K a month because everyone that I've ever fucking loved and cared about and this and that doubted me, and I'm doing it for this person, this fuel, this. Make it deep, make it so individual to you that when you read it, it's go time. It's showtime. It is really that. It is so important that you write your why and remind yourself every single day where you're going and why it's so important. Because without that, you will fall off like 99.9% of people do. It's the hard truth about it. You can build a plan, you can put it into steps, but actually showing up and doing it time and time again when it's not easy, going to the gym when it's raining, going to the gym when you haven't slept, making money when you don't know how, when you don't have a plan, when it's easier to just stay in your job and the comfort. No, make it so unbelievably personal. And that, for me, was by sitting down and writing my why. And the second part of that is, unfortunately, if you really want to be the best version of yourself, which we're trying to be, even if it's just for a year, you've got to cut out the alcohol and the drugs and the bad people and the toxic relationships and all these things. You're all in on yourself now. You're all in on your dreams, okay? And every person, everything, every doubt and things is holding you back. And maybe that's toxic. Maybe cutting someone out because they don't align with you and your future and where you want to be is toxic. Then I'm as toxic as it gets. But I have also achieved this. Because your phone time, your alcohol problem, your masturbation problem, your porn problem, your negativity problem, your gossip problem, it's got to change. You've got to cut out all the distractions. Stop smoking weed. Okay? You're all in now. You are all in on your dreams, your goals and things. It's time to make shit happen. Cut out the distractions. Make it as easy as possible for yourself to win. Make it as easy as possible for yourself to win. Make distraction hard and focus automatic. Be kind to yourself. And I really mean it. I saw the biggest shift in all of this when I became my own best friend, when I started treating myself like someone else responsible for looking after. someone I was responsible for caring for and had the highest compassion and intent for. I used to set myself up for perfection, and anything less was nothing. And all day, every day, if I didn't wake up at 5 a.m., I'm a loser. Oh, Travis, how you're this, you're that, and the negativity builds. And I'm living with this voice in my head who hates me. The minute that I changed things, and I didn't become soft, I changed things and I started looking after myself, I exponentially changed as a person. I showed up differently. My success went through the roof. What do I mean by that? It's adapting. It's I set my alarm for 7, now it's 7:30, and it's, you know what, Travis, it's okay, all right? It's not perfect, it's okay, but we're not gonna let this ruin our day, are we? Because you're the man, right? And it's when you go to the gym when it's raining. When was the last time you said, well done, man? You didn't have to do that, but you did. Good shit. Proud of you for showing up. Treat yourself like someone you're flirting with. And I mean it. And I truly mean that things changed for me when I started treating myself like someone I was responsible for caring for. If you treated me the way that I used to treat myself internally, I would knock you the fuck out. I would not let anyone speak to me like that. And we all do it all day, every day. We treat ourselves like shit. We never see the wins. We see the losses and the failures, and every time we let ourselves down, stop standing for it. Be kind to yourself. It's not letting standards slip. It's really honing in and saying, you know, I know it could have been better, but I went to the gym 4 days this week, and well done, man. But next week we're going to aim for 5. Instead of there are 7 days in a week and you only went 4, you're an idiot, you're this, you're that. Because that's not helping anyone. It's not helping anyone at all. Treat yourself like someone you're responsible for looking after. Lower the expectations ever so slightly. Stop being so hard on yourself. Build consistency. Make it fun. Make it so fun. Put your ego aside and be a student of life. Stop pretending that you know it all. Because with all due respect and kindness, you know nothing. You know absolutely nothing. And how could you? You're starting something that is completely new, that you have been speculating or trying for a while, this and that, not seeing results in. It's time to put your ego aside and ask for help. Ask someone. When I first moved to Thailand, I was a hopeless 21-year-old with a broken heart, and I set up a podcast for purely selfish reasons. Anyone that had a trait or a characteristic or something that I did not have and I wanted, I'd sit down and I'd ask them the same questions. And it was selfish. What would you tell your 21 yourself? What would you know, what's the biggest secret to your success? You know, all these things. What's the lesson? What's your inspiration? Because it was time to put the ego aside. Surround yourself by people who are older than you, that you don't need to compete in front of, that you're not clashing heads and trying to prove something. All right? You have nothing to prove to anyone. But we all think we are. We're young men and women who haven't got the results yet. And 10 years from now, when you have the results, and all the results you imagined, and you look back, it was easy to connect the dots. But maybe the reason that you want it so bad is because you know you can have it, and you've already achieved it, and you're capable of it. So put the ego aside and start asking questions, be a student. Find people who have the answers and ask. People love to talk about themselves. Absolutely love it. Give them a reason to. Take the secret sauce from these people. Every successful person that you admire had to put their ego aside to learn the lessons that got them to where they are. Everyone you meet knows something that you don't. This is your attitude from now on. Everyone I meet knows something I do not. Find it out. Figure it out. Everyone's got a story. Ego will keep you broke. But this humble curiosity will make you a lot of money. Okay? At the end of the day, we're all people. People like helping people and giving back. And the people who talk the loudest know nothing. From what I've experienced, the most dangerous people in a room are the ones who are quiet, who are meticulous, who are watching everyone, are speaking last. Put your ego aside and be a student of life. Here is a bonus from a conversation I had with a billionaire. Don't say that every day, do you? And I didn't realise he was a billionaire at the time, but my friends suggested I go and looked him up afterwards, and I did, and wow. And I said to him, I knew he had a lot of money, I said to him, because I was dead broke at the time, what is your advice for your 21-year-old self? Funny enough, I was 21, and I said, I am in business, I'm trying to do my best, I want to have money like yourself. What is your advice? And his advice was give back sooner. Now, I was hoping for this billion-dollar idea that was going to make me a lot of money, but the more I thought about it, the more I delved into this conversation with him, the more it made sense. Give back sooner. You don't need to be making millions to go and build an orphanage or anything like that. Quite the opposite. Give back sooner, purely because it will put you in conversations and help your business in ways that you could never imagine. And even if it doesn't, you are helping, you are doing something, you are giving back, which is amazing. Now, for karmic reasons, the more you give, the more you get. But he said, people like myself and my friends, we love to brag to our colleagues that I've donated this, I've helped this, I've invested in this company who does X, Y, and Z. So give back sooner. Don't have this expectation. I had no money after that conversation. I had no money. But I gave 20 baht away, which is 50p, and it would change someone's day here. And I realised how that made me feel. And a huge part of what I do now is give it back. And hopefully in this video, you have learned something. Hopefully you can take something that took years and years to achieve. I've been looking up since the age of 12, how to make money online. And this month I achieved a decade's worth of goal. How to make 10k in a month. I've done it this month and I'm so grateful. And hopefully this allows you to understand what's coming, because everyone has this idea on social media that, you know, if you're not 12 years old with a 50k a month marketing agency, then who are you? Because it's so easy. And there's an ounce of truth in that, right? It's never been easier to become a millionaire and make money online. It's also never been more difficult. The distractions, the world, the betting against us, everything is built against us. But hopefully in this video, you have learned something. You are inspired to do something. I am as normal as it gets. Yes, I'm hardworking. Yes, I have this belief and ambition in myself that I can do great things. However, I am heavily dyslexic, I am heavily ADHD, I procrastinate, I'm imperfect, but I knew I could do it if I gave it my all, and I learned the hard way. And looking back, if I can have an honest conversation with someone, it's the insights. It was this. Hopefully this can help inspire you to take action. Know that it's not going to be easy, but do it nonetheless. My greatest regards, my best wishes, anyone wanting to seek help, then I'm here. Whether that's, you know, mental health or business health or health help or whatever it is, I'm here. This is an opportunity to give back. I am more grateful than you'll ever know. If only feel like this is the beginning. So let's keep it going.